Hello everyone. Today's podcast is about our project, that is Silver Tunnel project, where we are diving deep into the Silver Tunnel project. My name is Shahryar Javed and I'm excited to share with you all about this major infrastructure project that's going to change the way people get around in London. The Silvertown Tunnel isn't just about the cutting down on traffic, it's really about the shaping the future of the travel and making London transport system more sustainable and efficient for the longer run. In this segment, I will walk you through some of the key technical aspects of the project and explain how it will impact the city in the future. But before we get into the details, I would like to introduce my amazing colleagues who will be covering other important aspects of the project. We have Rajiv, who will talk about the design and structure, IC Begum, who will discuss the finance and the stakeholders this project will bring, and finally, Muzammil will share the insights of the construction and phase and explore the long-term implications, opportunities and challenges in this tunnel and discussion around it. Okay, so let's start. So let's start by taking a look at the Silvertown Tunnel project. This tunnel is being built in the East London, and it will create a new direct route between the Royal Docks and the Greenwich Peninsula. It's being constructed to help reduce the traffic jam in the exciting Blackwing Tunnel, and which has been notorious for heavy traffic burdens and loads. By creating this new tunnel, people will have a quicker or an easier access between these two key areas of the London, making it better for the both commuters and the businessmen, and most importantly for the visitors also. But that's not all. The tunnel isn't just about solving the current traffic problem. It's also bringing design with the future in the mind. Okay, which is why it is being built in a way that will cater to growing demand for better transportation. And in London, the tunnel will play a big role in sustainable transportation, offering a much needed solution for coming years. Okay, let's talk about the technical aspects. Now let's dive into the technical side of the thing. There are a few key features that make this project so unique, and I will walk you through them to give you a better understanding of what goes into building something of this scale. Tunnel boring and design. The tunnel itself is being built using a special kind of tunnel boring machine. These are one of a kind, that is TBM. The machine is one of the largest in the world, and it is called a slurry TBM. Why slurry? Because the machine is designed to drill through tough ground and water, being layers beneath the Thames River, which is not so easy. The TBM has a diameter of 11.91 meter, and it works under high pressure to make sure the tunnel doesn't collapse while it is being excavated. It's a huge piece of technology that helps build the tunnel safely and efficiency. Ground monitoring and for infrastructure, because the tunnel is being built under a busy city, they have to make sure that the ground around it doesn't shift or cause problem for the building and infrastructure because there are quite tall buildings around it. To do this, there is a system of real-time monitoring in this place. There are settlement sensors and automated inclinometers and even surface radar to make sure that nothing above the ground gets damaged. Cut and cover portal construction, that is the third aspect. Now let's talk about the cut and entrance and exit point called the portals. These portals are crucial, and these portals are located in an area where groundwater could easily flow in and flow and out if it is managed carefully. To handle this, they are using a technique called cut and cover. Okay, which is now digging out the area and then building strong retaining walls to support it. They are also using jet grounding stabilizers that ground makes sure water doesn't seep in it. Finally, the last thing, logistics and the spoil management. A huge sustainability goal for the project is to reduce its environmental impact. One way they have done it is this by using the river to remove the dirt and debris instead of hauling it out by the trucks. Over 600,000 tons of spoil have been removed via barges and hauling it, which means few trucks on the roads and less pollution. This method is not only more eco-friendly, but it also supports the London goal to be net zero in terms of carbon emission. It's a big win for the both project and environmental. With all these exciting technical aspects and the technical words, it's important to also consider how the design and structure work. That's where my colleague Rajiv comes in, and we'll talk about the design and structure. Thank you.
Thanks for the great overview. Hi everyone, I am Praji Prasannan, and today I am really excited to take you through the heart of Silver Tunnel project, focusing especially on its design and structure. So, how do you build a massive tunnel beneath the River Thames, and what makes this engineering project so impressive? Let's break it down together. The Silver Tunnel is a brand new road tunnel being built under the River Thames, East London. Now, the main reason for this project is to reduce the heavy congestion at the Blackwing Tunnel, which, if you are familiar with the London traffic, you will know is a major bottleneck. This is a new tunnel connects with the Greenwich Peninsula to Silver Tunnel and stretches around 1.4 kilometers, that's just under a mile long. Now, here is something interesting. It's not just a big tunnel, it's actually two separate tunnels called twin board tunnels. One of the each direction of traffic This setup helps traffic flow much more smoothly and safely. And get this, each tunnel is around 11.9 meters in diameter. That's nearly as tall as 3-story building. So how do engineers even build something like this underground? They use a giant tunnel boring machine, like the name is called as Jill. Jill is a beast. She weighs around 1,800 tons and almost 100 meters long. But Jill doesn't just dig, she also installs the tunnel as she goes. She places these precast concrete rings and from the tunnel walls. Think of like massive Lego piece locking into place. That what gives the tunnel its strength and shape. Now the tunnel goes as a deep 30 meters below the surface of the Thames. The depth was very carefully chosen. It helps avoid the dispersing buildings, underground utilities and of the course the river above. To keep it all safe and dry, tunnel is lined with a waterproof concrete and there are advanced drainage systems to deal with the water that might seep in. Safety, as you can imagine, it's one of the top priority. So there are emergency walkways, ventilation shafts to keep the air clean and real-time monitoring system to track the traffic and conditions inside the tunnel. And here's something cool. There you have even included dedicated bus lines to help the encourage public transport used to cut the down emission. Now, building a tunnel is like under busy river in a crowded city. It's something you rush. The engineers have taken a slow and steady approach to avoid the disputing local communities to protect environment. Every step is carefully planned. The tunnel is set to open in 2025 and when it goes, it's expected to significantly reduce the congestion and improve the connection across the East London. So the next time you are crossing the Thames, whether it's on a bridge or through the tunnel, just remember it's an incredible piece of engineering happens in the right beneath of the feet. And that's quick look into the design and structure of the Silver Tunnel, the true fact.
Hi everyone, I am Adsi Begum and I am going to tell you about one of the biggest project London has seen in a while, the Silvertown Tunnel. If you've ever been stuck in the Blackwall tunnel traffic, you will know how frustrating it can be. The Silvertown Tunnel was built to help fix that. It officially opened in April 2025 and it connects Silvertown on the north side of the Thames with the Greenwich Peninsula on the south side. So let's talk about the financial side. This tunnel cost around 2.1 billion. That's a lot, but here is the interesting part. It was not fully paid by the UK government. It was done through something called a public-private partnership. Basically, some private companies paid for the tunnel to be built and Transport for London, that's TfL, will pay them back slowly over the next 25 years. The group of named companies involved is called Riverlinks Consortium. It includes Sindra, Aberdeen Standard Investment, SK Engineering and Construction, and Invesis. These companies did not just put up the money, they are also responsible for maintaining the tunnel until 2015. Even though they built it, TfL still owns the tunnel and makes everything runs properly and good. They are one of the supervising the whole thing and from operations to safety. Now I explain about who are the other stakeholders in this project. It's not just the big companies, it includes local councils in Newham and Greenwich, bus and transport companies, cyclists and pedestrians, and the other persons who uses the tunnel, and people who live and work in East London. First, then I explain about the benefits of this project. First, it's helping to reduce the traffic in the Blackwall Tunnel by giving drivers another option. But more importantly, it also big with public transport. There are now 21 zero-emission buses running through the tunnel even hour, and they are even free for the first year. And for cyclists and pedestrians, there is a special shuttle bus that takes them across safely since the tunnel does not have a separate walking or bike lane. This project is also part of London and it is a bigger plan to more eco-friendly and reduce air pollution, especially in the East London area where traffic has been being a big issue for years. And just to give you have the full, I just give the full picture of this project. When the tunnel opened, Sadiq Khan was still the mayor of the London. He had just been re-elected from third term in May 2024, and this tunnel was one of the major things supported as a part of this transport plan. So to sum it was a huge project with a lot of planning, money and teamwork behind it. But now it's done and it safely helps to make travel free and cleaner and easier for thousands of people in London. That's all from me to now. I will cover the financial side and who was involved with these projects, who are the stakeholders like that. Now I am hand over to my friend Musammil, what's going on talk about the future impact of Silver Tunnel. Thank you.
Thanks for the handover. I am Muzammil, the analyst for the Silvertown Tunnel podcast. My focus today is to look beyond the construction phase and explore the long-term implications, opportunities, and challenges of this tunnel present for London evolving transport ecosystem. The first point is strategic importance and future connectivity. The Silvertown Tunnel is far more than just a new road beneath the Thames. It represents a key piece in the long-term vision to strengthen transport links across East London, especially between the Royal Docks and Greenwich. Currently, East London relies heavily on the Blackwall Tunnel, which is both outdated and frequently congested. The Silvertown Tunnel is intended to future-proof connectivity, support the area rapid regeneration. From an analyst standpoint, we expect the tunnel to unlock long-term values by reducing journey times. The second point is improving supply chain logistics and facilitating housing and commercial development. The second thing is congestion and traffic flow improvements. One of the most anticipated outcomes is congestion relief. A major feature of this tunnel is the user chaining model, which will apply to both Silvertown and Blackwall Tunnel. This pricing isn't just about revenue, it's about smart traffic management. If implemented effectively, the model could reduce peak time queuing by 20 to 30%, speed traffic more evenly through the day, encourage commuters to consider public transport or greener travel options. The third point is environmental and sustainability outlook. From an environmental lens, the tunnel project site sits at a crossroad. While it promises to ease congestion, it's a still cost-based solution in a time of climate urgency. Key environmental factors we will monitor include air quality improvements, real-time emission tracking, and offset strategy like electric bus expansion and new cycle lanes. TfL has made it clear the tunnel must not increase overall car dependency. Instead, it should support a balanced low-emission transport ecosystem. The fourth main point is stakeholder benefits and urban integration. Looking beyond transport, the tunnel brings broader value to stakeholders, local residents and commuters, freight and logistics firms, property developers, environmental and advocacy groups. It's also a catalyst for urban transformation. Areas like Thameside West and Greenwich Peninsula will benefit from improved accessibility and investor confidence. In the long term, there is a real potential to integrate smart mobility solutions such as automated routing, AI traffic flow analysis, dynamic congestion pricing, adapting in real time. The fifth point is monitoring KPIs, the analyst role post completion. Our role as analysts doesn't end with the construction. It intensifies post-launch. Over the next 5 to 10 years, we will monitor key performance indicators such as traffic throughput versus forecast models, environmental metrics. Third point is reliability of journey times, public satisfaction and feedback, and the main thing is economic activity in adjacent zone. These KPIs will help determine whether the tunnel delivers true cost benefits value, especially as the project has exceeded $2 billion in total investment. So the last thing is risks and recommendation. No project of this scale is without risk. As analysts, we are flagging key concerns such as induced demands. New roads can lead to more traffic, not less. Including issues, toll charges may disproportionately affect low-income commuters. Adaptability, how ready is a tunnel for autonomous vehicles, smart city integration, and future innovation. Start.
Okay, thank you everyone for the listening of the whole project. As everyone has played his part regarding his own aspects and things he or her was covering. Now we move towards the candid questionnaire discussion. One where we question the tunnel's true impact, challenges, and we will look upon the broader picture of the project. As with the bigger projects, there are so many big questions arising. So each of us will raise some of the most pressing and some controversial concerns regarding this project. And we will do our best to respond, debate, and shed light on the broader picture. Okay, so I will start. Well, the most important question after that much big project: will the tunnel actually reduce congestion? That's the main question. That after the main basic purpose of the project was to reduce the congestion. So will that reduce it? Will that project will reduce it or not? So please.
I believe the tunnel will be significantly raise the pressure on the Blackwall Tunnel and improve the traffic flow across the East London. And we are talking about the second river crossing, crossing that directly addressing on the London's most notorious bottlenecks. Like engineers-wise, it's smart duplicate of capacity plus twin-port designs are ensuring the smooth flow. Like fewer days and better emergency handling. It will not just for it today. But to to accommodate growth for the decades.
That sounds logical, but we have to consider the concept of induced demand. History shows that when we have built new roads, more people tend to drive, which eventually brings congestion back. Yes, there may be short-term relief, but over time the ease of travel can attract additional drivers. We might simply shift the congestion problem rather than solve it, especially if surrounding roads aren't upgraded alongside.
Okay.
That's exactly why user charging is such a crucial part of his project. If the toll system is designed to prevent the overuse and keep traffic is balanced, and by making both Blackwall and Silvertown is chargeable, it will help to reduce the unusable travels from that place and our public transport alternatives.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Am I concerned about this project environmentally justifiable?
Well, if you talk about the environment justification, environmentally the project is a step forward, as the soil is removal by a barge significantly reduce HGV traffic on the local road. That will reduce the traffic and it will also reduce the carbon emission, and which will lower the noise, dust and all the emissions. The tunnel includes zero emission but lanes and is supported by air quality monitoring system that track and report pollution in the real time. Well, I think the construction is using low carbon materials and it's environmental friendly. Jet grounding and cut and cover to limit ground disruption techniques are used. For my respect, the vote is yes, it is environment friendly.
As an analyst, I respect these efforts, but from a broader sustainability lens, we are still building infrastructure for cars. When we should be shifting to rail, bikes, and pedestrian solution, the fact that is the road tunnel course at its odds with our net zero ambition. We might reduce congestion, but increase total emissions. And unless the project is a part of a wider model strategy, we risk locking London into more vehicle dependency.
Okay.
From my side, I understand that, but it's important to be realistic. We are not eliminating the needs for the roads, right? Emergency services and buses still really on the tunnel is designed to accommodate those essential uses for efficiently and safely. And by reducing the slope to and go the traffic, we are actually cutting the emissions from idling the vehicles. It's not just about the building for the cars, it's about making the essential journey for the entire more than sustainable.
Okay, that's fine.
One question arising in my life. Is the project fair to local residents?
I had argued very beneficial to residents. It will reduce the daily dealers, improve access to job opportunities on both side and river, and boost the local economy. Infrastructure improvements usually raise property values and attract new investment. The tunnel also opened doors for better space public services, thanks to faster and more reliable connectivity between to the Newham and Newich.
Okay, but fairness isn't just about the access. It's all about the affordability. Many lower income families or the drivers on the car are not able to absorb daily toll costs. So while others enjoy faster routes, these families might be priced out. As the local residents will face, definitely they will face the difficulty that there will be a lot of rush of traffic in front of their houses and their concerns. We must ensure that equitable issues remains a top priority. Will we offer toll exemption or discounts to the local residents? That's the need of the whole thing. As there's another major question that will the local residents will get any benefit from this? Yes, I think they should get any benefit from this thing.
There's an important issue, and it's why people should monitor usage trends and closely after launch. If we see inequality emerge, then toll flexibility must follow. Yeah? Also, the success of the tunnel hinges on how well the public transport links are used. We can't let this become just a fast shortcut for wealthier drivers. Yeah? Accessibility must be inclusive or we risk spreading the urban divide.
Okay.
Start. Will this actually encourage public transport use?
Yes, because the basic purpose is to reduce the congestion and reduce the flow of the traffic on the other part of the Blackwall tunnel. Yes, and that's unique here. The tunnel has dedicated bus lanes. Okay, so there are bus lanes in the tunnel, allowing 21 zero emission buses per hour. Okay, they are not just hypothetical; they are already in the plan and funded. Plus, the pedestrian and cycle shuttle service ensures non-drivers are not excluded. Okay, it is about giving everyone a cleaner, faster option, as it was as you can see the vision of the mayor Sadiq Khan. his vision was to provide an equal opportunity to everyone. So this will be actually encouraging public transport users to the local public, and that's an encouraging step.
That's promising, but I worry about a long-term flow through. We have seen projects start with green commitments, only to have the sidelined later. What happens if traffic demands grows and there's pressure to convert those bus lines into general lines? So, will we really protect the sustainable transport priorities?
Yes, that's another question.
Yeah.
But for the financial aspect, that's going to be another thing. As I think.
I think TFL is keeping close watch. The DBFM contract includes performance obligations tied to environmental and transport goals. If targets are not met, Riverlinks does not get paid in full, and that's a financial incentive to preserve and prioritize the public transport provisions.
Okay, for the financial aspect, that is going to cost Riverlinks